But then we go into the Divas match: Brie Bella versus Becky Lynch versus Paige versus Sasha Banks. This match was great. I thought it was gonna be a little better though. Nikki definitely over with the Denver crowd doing the yes chants and everything. Yes kicks. She didn't.
I hate when she does that. I really hate that.
Why? Just because it's not her thing?
Yeah, it's not.
Cheap pop.
There's not even a correlation other than the fact that she's fucking Daniel Bryan, that she's doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like she was the most supportive. She was actually full-blown heel by the time he was going through his troubles and issues.
Yeah.
I go like, well, what's the correlation of her using this? Because us insiders know that they're actually married and dating. I mean, they were dating and married.
Well, aren't they married on that Total Diva show too? Of course, like the reality show. Like,
but still, like, there's nothing. There's nothing. She shouldn't use it. She shouldn't use the yes chants or the yes kicks or anything.
Look at this. This guy's shitting on Brie Bella.
Now fuck Brie. I never said I was a Brie fan. Brie mode. And anytime that song comes on and that shit starts with Brie mode. Man, I laugh my ass off because it's so ridiculous. I like everything after that. I like the theme song after that. But just when it has to start with that fucking auto-tune Brie mode thing, man. That shit is hilarious.
And have you noticed
I can't take it serious.
She never like wins a match or like does her finisher after she yells Brie mode. It's
always,
what
is her finisher?
I don't know, but I don't see it like she'll yell Brie mode and just like kick him in the
face. Oh
yeah,
that's her thing. Brie mode. She does Brie mode, the missile drop kick.
Yeah.
And the running knee. But she actually pinned
Sasha Banks with the missile drop kick.
It was
Charlotte.
Yes. Yeah. Charlotte Flair. The Brie mode missile drop kick from hell.
That heard around the world.
Yeah, dude.
But I like the one particular spot where they did like the double superplex.
Okay.
That move was good.
Okay. I say this. Every fucking triple threat dealing with the Divas, and it started with NXT. It started with the whole first Fatal 4-Way with the NXT women, right? Mm-hmm. And ever since that fucking Fatal 4-Way, that led into the second Fatal 4-Way, leading to all whatever multi-diva matches, that spot is in every single one of them. It never fucking fails. It's like I understand it's a big spot and it's a really awesome,
it's like a
impressive
90s spot. Really, like I remember that being done a lot of times in like ECW going into WCW and things like that.
You date back to 2014, say beginning of 2014 to now, or even the end of 2014 to now. Every Divas match that featured more than two women, if it was a triple threat or a fatal 4-way, that move is in every single last one of them. And it's like, it's the move of that night. And I understand, like, us as, dudes who follow it, we're not casuals here, would pick up on that. And if you're just a casual watcher, you're like, man, that's a really cool spot because you don't know what's been going on in NXT or really paying attention what's happening with the Divas division over the past 2 years to really care. You see that spot on the spot. It's like, wow, that was awesome. But man, I just go like,
you're tired of it.
Give me something else, man. Like it's such a good spot, but in my head, I'm like, well, when is that spot gonna show up?
Well, they can do. I think. I didn't think about that until now, and I definitely see your point there. I think they can just do variations of that spot, like three women do the spot, then one woman comes off the top rope onto one of them afterwards. Just little things like that. I think the evolution's coming, Peter. I think we just need to wait a little bit.
Divas Revolution? De-evolution?
No, I'm talking about the evolution of these particular spots where they do like the multi-women.
Yeah, moves. They gotta let that go. They gotta let it go. They gotta let it go. But here's the thing. This is number one contenders match to see who faces Charlotte Flair at Survivor Series. Now, my biggest beef, and this is something we talked about, is like Paige not only lost to Brie Bella with the belt several times. She never won the belt off of Nikki Bella. She lost to Nikki Bella. She lost to Nikki Bella going after the number one contendership. She lost to her again just for shits and giggles. Now she wins this fatal 4-way, and my whole thing is for her heel turn, falsely accused, by the way. SmackDown, Team Bad jacked Natalya.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she was falsely accused, but nevertheless, it took that heel turn, and I'm sitting back going, well, that doesn't necessarily make her a contender to go after the belt. I think, if anything, Becky Lynch should sort of step up and avenge the turn than anybody. But they said, fuck it. We're not going to try to play this out so much, and we're just going to have a number one contenders match. And we're going to not only have Lynch in there, we're going to have Paige in there. And she gets the superstar entrance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh my God, Paige is going to wrestle Charlotte Flair for the belt? Like, she doesn't...
Well, you can get a few weeks of matches out of this because she only pinned, I think, Brie. She didn't pin Banks or Becky. So I think they have a discrepancy. They could say, hey, you didn't pin us, and then Paige beats them to build heat on...
You think they're going to actually go that deep?
One would hope, I guess.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm saying, well, I mean, that's not that deep. It's just a promo. Hey, I didn't beat you. Well, you want to face now? Okay, boom, I beat you now, you know.
Hey, we'll see what happens. But Paige is money. That's the thing. Paige and Flair is money.
Yeah.
But
this is a big match.
I wish she would have went through Becky Lynch to get to Flair. That's all.
It ain't the go home show, man. I think it might happen. I think it's gonna happen. I think she's probably either gonna get Sasha on SmackDown. Well, no,
I'm talking about for the opportunity to get to Flair. Like, for her to just be like, okay, just like Roman Reigns. It's like right now we got two number one contenders.
Yeah, they did the exact same thing.
Yeah, exact fucking same thing.
Yeah. You're. I guess like the end goal is the same, so it is. I see what you're saying, but the end goal is the Paige Charlotte. So I think that's kind of what they're focused on, just to give that match to.
At least Roman had Bray Wyatt in the way, you know.
Who do you think's gonna win? Do you think Paige is gonna win? Charlotte's gonna win? Because you did see Charlotte as a
placeholder,
transitional champion. So do you think Paige is gonna take it to then go back to?
She's still on Total Divas, right?
Paige?
Yeah.
I think pretty much all of them are on Total Divas.
She's a focal point. Like, she's one of the focal points to Total Divas.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Charlotte Flair and the WWE for actually keeping the belt on her against Nikki Bella. But, you know, the money, I mean, how about this? What's going on in WrestleMania? Who's even considered? I mean, it's going to be Paige, Nikki Bella, and Charlotte Flair. Like, they're gonna is that gonna be the triple threat, like Diva championship match? Is that gonna, if they even get a spot on fucking WrestleMania? Because what other divas are there to even step in?
They're gonna be on WrestleMania.
Because right now
I would say it's gonna be Paige, Nikki, Flair. That is the money. That's the Total Divas eyes watching. That's the old NWA Atlanta guys watching.
And that belt is going to flip-flop between those three.
No, I think it's...
Hot potato. Miz.
I don't know. Everything... I can't call it, man. I don't know.
I wish the Miz would actually get into the Divas division and win the belt.
Like Andy Kaufman?
Like, totally, man. I think... Remember we talking about this before?
That would be great.
He would be the first ever wrestler to have held every belt.
Then he would have to wrestle like Goldust and like all these like.
He does. The only other belt he's never held that was, I guess past belts was European champion, hardcore champion. Like, but I'm talking about like mainstay championships. He's held both the Intercontinental World,
tons of times.
WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and what's tag team
US.
Yeah, I already said that. And now the Divas, he would go for the triple crown. It'd be like the triple crown, man.
I can totally see Miz doing that.
Because he's a diva anyway.
He's still got a few good years in him. But I can see maybe when he's getting a little older, not as good of a worker anymore. I can see him totally doing that. I can see Miz being like the Jerry Lawler in commentary. I think Miz is a lifer. I wasn't trying to shit on the Miz earlier.
Diva, but he is a diva. That's his whole character right now. And remember when a couple of weeks ago when they tried to like fuck him up, They could be like, you remember y'all tried to fuck me up? Y'all said y'all were good as me. I'm gonna take that belt from you hoes. You know, I think that would be the best. That would be money. Heat. He would get like Andy Kaufman, like you say. Motherfuckers hated Andy Kaufman with a passion.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers wanted to kill him for beating up on women.
That'd be great.
Oh man, he gets so much heat. That's what I'm talking about. I've been listening to too much fucking Stone Cold podcast, man, and listening to like Raven. That podcast was pretty badass. I think I was listening to Diamond Dallas Page one. But the Raven one was a clinic. It was definitely a clinic to listen to. It was one more I listened to. And it was about, just how motherfuckers is like should get their heat and all that stuff. And it was sort of telling you the business. But Raven, have you listened to that one yet?
No, I don't know. I haven't been listening to a lot of wrestling podcasts lately. I've been listening to like history podcasts and Joe Rogan. Things like that.
Listen to that podcast. I mean, they get your...
I'm trying to try him out. I tried the Jim Ross one out, to be honest with you.
He's hit or miss.
Yeah, he's hit or miss. So I was like, I don't want to subscribe to this one. So I think I'm going to subscribe to the Stone Cold, test that one out. Because that's what I kind of do. So I like test... I want to get a new wrestling one, but I'm just shopping around right now.
Do yourself a Buff Bagwell. Oh, that's a good one, too.
Oh, he was on Colt Cabanas like a year ago, and that was good. Buff Bagwell is hilarious life
this
story.
One isn't as nerdy. I mean, Colt is a nerd. It was kind of like a geeky.
Did you hear
interview.
that one with Colt?
Oh yeah. That was one of the first ones I listened to.
Where he talked about how he shot his dad in the face.
He tells that same story. He doesn't shoot him in the face. He just shoots him.
Shoots him, yeah.
Yeah. He tells that same story with Stone Cold, but it's two guys from the same generation working and also talking clinic. They're talking about getting heat and all this stuff. I felt like Colt Cabana was more interested in the whole gigolo thing, like a juvenile sort of sense. Like, so tell me more about like the gigolo and the massage thing, and them sort of laughing back and forth. But like he was able to get a little more serious with Stone Cold. Stone Cold asked like more. It was more of a conversation with bros and one catching up with another guy rather than an actual interview. It's definitely worth checking out. And Raven Part 1.
Yeah, Raven's the shoot interview king. So,
but this wasn't really a shoot; it was a clinic. It's him basically talking about the business and how to get your heat, and what he did and people he went up against and little techniques and this, that, and the other that basically today's wrestler has thrown out the fucking. Because Stone Cold, that's Stone Cold. Stone Cold would talk shit about like this new style of wrestling. Jim Ross kind of does it the same way too.
Yeah,
he can't stand he deals with ROH and he likes New Japan, but he's just like, just slow down, just slow down.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
Just slow down.
But I definitely like all of them. I think I kind of I'm just shopping for a new wrestling one. I think I want to do I haven't listened to the Flair one, but I think from what I hear the Flair one, it's too much like broing out, like they don't get to telling the stories. But I haven't heard it, so I don't know. So maybe I'll try the Stone Cold out one, subscribe to it week to week, because I've definitely heard the Stone Cold one before and heard some pretty good ones.
Yeah, you got to get it from Podcast One,
Sure.
or you have iTunes. But you know what? We jumped right off this motherfucker, but we got a lot of Becky Lynch. Not Becky Lynch. We got a lot of Becky Lynch, but definitely got a lot of Sasha Banks.
Yeah, it was great.
I thought she was going to pull it out. I was like, they're really going to do it. When she dropped the Banks statement.
Really? Come on, man.
I really thought. I was like, oh no. I was waiting. The camera angle fucked it up. It ruined it because they had the angle shot to where it was going to get, somebody's going to interfere, I wish they would have did a wide shot rather than on it. Mm-hmm. They gave it away. It was like, okay, it was just enough space in the camera. So it was like, oh yeah, someone's going to fucking kick her or bring it and show enough.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna be Paige, but I thought it was a great match. Yeah, kind of expected more. Maybe if this match was done a little bit earlier in the show, I would have loved it. But I think I might have been a little drained. 3 hours does take a little out of me. It
definitely does. And I watched it for 2 hours because it was uploaded.
Okay, yeah, I do the same. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's 2:15 when you watch it without.
But it's like a sense of what's the word I want to use? It's a sense of urgency while watching it. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
Yeah, because before you're like, oh man, I gotta make time now. I gotta watch it. You know, and like, oh, I can't do this because I have to watch this. You know, there's a sense of urgency to watch it because if you don't watch it when you got that opening to watch it, you're just gonna miss it.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna, oh man, I didn't watch it. You know, like, dude, I didn't watch it for the podcast, blah, blah, blah. So it's a sense of urgency to watch it versus watching it Monday, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm in place, I'm gonna watch it. That 3 hours, all right, I deal with it. You know, you can drain you if you've been working all day. But for the most part, it's like, you know, it's not that same sense of urgency. I hate the nervousness I watch when I watch it not live.
Yeah, I don't know. I break it up. Like, I try to watch a little in the morning, go to class a little bit before work, and then I finish off like the last hour. But this time, I woke up early on Tuesday and watched it like right away. So I guess that's saying something. I'm getting more excited about watching it, and I watched it.
I don't know why.
Straight through. I think it's because their emphasis on these showline storylines. It's like if you watch, I don't watch The Walking Dead, but when I have, it's like it's a thing throughout the series. But they solve a problem each episode. So I think this episode was like, who is Seth Rollins' team going to be? Who's Roman Reigns' team going to be? Why do I want to watch next week? We found out the teams. The reason you want to watch next week is because there's tension between Owens and Rollins. There's tension between the Usos and the New Day. And, of course, there's the overarching tension between Rollins and Reigns.
Okay, so I will definitely agree with the fact that this is probably the best build. And it's in 2 weeks. Again, we got 2 weeks till Survivor Series. Yeah. They got 2 weeks to fuck it up, but it's too soon for them to fuck it up. Actually, normally it's the 2 weeks prior to a pay-per-view where, you know, we'll deal with 2-3 weeks worth of stupid filler.
Like filler, yeah.
And then the last 2 weeks will be like, you know, build it up. But like you're overwhelmed by them trying to, you know, shove shit in a fucking basket. Mm-hmm. And this one, it's just straight from, you know, straight from Hell in a Cell to week 2. It's probably like the best build of a pay-per-view in quite some time. Even better than the WrestleMania build, I think. It's just like 4 solid weeks. We got potentially 4 solid weeks of solid programming. And who's to say what's going to happen after Survivor Series? Maybe they go back to shit because they did last year. You get Sting and you get all this crazy shit, and then like the next week was like, what the fuck? That's how you to tell me, and it's hard to believe that Sting. It's been a year since Sting returned.
That's nuts to think about. Like, well, I mean, it's kind of been a lackluster year. Like they didn't give him the Mania victory, which
just start from the day after he came back. Well, they didn't even put him on TV.
They didn't put him on TV for months, and then he came back, didn't get the victory at Mania, but you know that was what it was, like the spectacle of everyone coming out. But then he didn't even win a match or like a match in a feud, in a lasting feud. He won a tag match with Cena at the end of Raw. It's the only match he's ever won, and he lost to Rollins. And then after that, Cena beat Rollins. So that's a burial if I've ever seen it. Like,
but you know what he has won? He's won the hearts of us fans.
He already had that shit. I don't.
He's had your heart. He's had your heart, your fucking lungs, whatever lung you got left. He's won your kidney, whatever one you got left. You're like the biggest Sting fan, but you're also the biggest Cesaro fan. You're fucking chewing my head off. Charlotte Flair homer too. Chewing my fucking head off over somebody ain't even trying to fucking start. Yeah, that's your segment, man. That's your segment. Your segment is like you're gonna get blown up about something, man. You're gonna get real close to the mic like this. You're gonna
get people to hear me, man. I get a little out of control sometimes.
Not out of control. You get worked up. And I'm like, I'm not trying to debate. I don't bring up this stuff for debate. But you're like, no, we're going to debate this shit, motherfucker. We're going to debate it. And like I said last week, you're a passionate guy about these new people. It's been so long since we've had new people to get
Cesaro,
behind.
I mean,
I'm a Miz fan. I mean, I'm biased. But I'm not against anybody. The only person I can give a fuck about is Brie Bella.
I'm not against the Miz. I definitely like the Miz. I definitely think he has his place on the card. But I think comparing him to... It's unfair to compare him to Cesaro.
But I wasn't comparing to Cesaro. I wasn't. No, stop it. We're going to... Get your plug...
We can go back.
Get your plugs in. Get your plugs in. We're not going there. We're not going back there. Because I know I wasn't making a comparison. I made a statement that sounded like a comparison, but that wasn't a comparison. I wasn't making a comparison. I was talking about the actual thing itself. Now, can we move on from this and get our plugs in and get the fuck out of here?
Sure. Plug away, man.
No, you go first.
What?
You got
No, you can go first.
You go first.
Well, I mean, then you can go first.
PJTW Central. You can follow me at pjtwcentral.com. I'm actually, when you saw me with this thing, and I'm looking at my notes, but I'm also, this is probably part 5 of not necessarily one shoot. It was something I was talking to him about before the thing. So if you're listening on Stitcher or SoundCloud, iTunes, and even Podbean right now, or on Tumblr, whatever, you listen to this straight shoot, right? If you're watching on YouTube, this is in 5 parts.
Oh, cool.
5 parts of like 20 minutes. So that's what's up here.
Hell
so
yeah.
Moving forward, this is what the YouTube presentation will be. What's that? Boston versus Indiana. Oh shit.
Is that tonight?
Yep, right then. It's my Pacers app.
Yeah.
Go Pacers. Again, you can follow me on Twitter, pjtwcentral.com. Again, you can listen on YouTube, watch it on YouTube. You can listen on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, Podbean. Every week, Peter's Raw Recap, which is a YouTube-only thing. But you got Peter and Jake Talks Wrasslin, the New Day podcast, and Peter Talks SmackDown. I think I'm up to like 636, maybe at 37 or something. I'm up there. I think I'm halfway. As many that we have here is half of that. So
damn,
yeah,
that's a lot.
We're right up there. Where are you with Faster Than World?
45 tonight.
So I'm just behind you. I'm maybe 5 weeks behind you.
Okay, cool. That's cool.
5, maybe even more. I think it's like 7 or 8 weeks behind you with SmackDown. With SmackDown.
That's cool. Yeah, and then Fast and the World course comes out every Thursday morning. We review NXT. I'm on Mark Charles's podcast. Usually every week. I had missed it last week. Sorry about that. Called Outside Interference. And then, of course, I'm on this show. You can talk to me at JG Pro Wrestling on Twitter. And then follow me on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/JG Pro Wrestling. Big up Sutantanka. Retweet me today. Fuck yeah.
Oh, man. Shout-outs.
Yeah.
I got to wait for the shout-outs for next week. But you know who you are. Hey, I got one big shout-out, though.
What's up?
Big shout-out to Terrence Polk. T.O. Polk. Because he's a Clemson fan. He's probably one of the biggest. He's probably the only Clemson fan. You'll never beat us in the Dean Dome, by the way. You'll never beat us in the Dean Dome. But the football team is the number one. They're ranked number 1. They're ranked number 3, I think, in the coaches poll. But in the football playoff, this college football playoff, CFP, they're ranked number 1.
It's all about making the playoff system now, right?
ACC, well, there's still a lot of football to play.
That's true. But
Alabama jumped from like 12 to 4, like again. Yeah. You got Ohio State, number 3. You know, they're number 1 in the coaches poll. But it's like, come on, like, who's not going to put Alabama in that shit? And they're going to find themselves in the 4. Now Baylor and Clemson are going to fight to stay on their positions.
They're fighting each other out now, I guess. I don't
well, they're in 2 different divisions.
I'm saying as far as the playoff picture goes, like a team like Baylor and a team like Clemson would be fighting for that 4th spot, and then teams like Ohio State and Alabama are gimmies. They're going to probably be in there.
They're fighting for that. Well, it's going to be between Ohio State with a weak schedule and Alabama facing the SEC schedule.
Have they lost yet? Has any of these
they lost to Ole Miss in Alabama.
Oh, so in my opinion, give them the boot, man. An undefeated record is better.
Well, there's so many undefeated records. But again, Peter and Jake talks college football.
Yeah, coming up, guys.
But we talk wrestling, we talk football.
Talk Coen Brothers movies.
Yeah, talk Coen Brothers. But yeah, we're gonna get the fuck out of here because we're at an hour 45 minutes, and this is the 5th segment. So you got any last words? One last word.
Later.
Watch out for those foreign objects, motherfucker.